You ever look at someone who just seems unshakable and wonder how they got that way? Well, I can tell you it's not luck, and it's definitely not something they were just born with. True strength, it's forged. It's built day by day through really deliberate habits. So how do you actually build it? Let's get into the habits that make all the difference. So here's the big question, right? Is inner strength some kind of genetic lottery ticket that only a few people win? Or is it more like a muscle that literally anyone can develop if they put in the work? Well, the answer, at least according to the ideas we're diving into today, is crystal clear. And there you have it. This one idea is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. Strength isn't an accident. It's a choice. It's an action. It's the result of consistent daily effort. It's all about those small decisions you make, day in and day out. So, where does this whole construction project begin? Well, it starts the second your alarm goes off. Okay, let's talk about starting with intention, because how you begin your day really does define your day. That first hour, it is absolutely critical. It sets the tone for everything that follows. You can start in chaos, totally reactive, or you can start with control and with purpose. Let's look at the habits that draw that line in the sand. I mean, just think about it for a second. Hitting the snooze button. You're literally starting your day with a failure. It's a broken promise to yourself before your feet have even hit the floor. The strong habit, it's waking up on your terms. No chaos, no mad rush. When you win that first battle and start the day with purpose, the rest of the day tends to follow right along. And this next one, this is such a powerful idea. Mental leadership. As soon as you wake up, do you just let a flood of notifications, emails, and social media drama dictate your mood? Or do you start with your own thoughts first? Read a single page from a book, write down what you want to accomplish, or just sit in silence for a minute. The point is, lead your own mind before the world tries to lead it for you. You've probably heard this before, but it is so true. Your environment reflects your mind. A messy room, a cluttered desk, that often leads to a messy, cluttered mind. So by taking just a couple of minutes to create order, like making your bed or clearing your workspace, you're not just cleaning up, you're building discipline and you're creating that internal clarity that we're all after. All right, next step. Forging daily discipline. These are the consistent actions that build you. So, you've nailed the morning. Now what? Well, now we get into the stuff that forges real resilience all day long. This is where the heavy lifting really happens. Look, your physical body is the foundation for everything else. Your mental sharpness, your emotional resilience, it all sits on that physical base. And this isn't about spending 2 hours in the gym every day. No way. It's about consistency, not how long you go. A walk, some push-ups, a quick run, stretching, it all counts. The goal isn't just about aesthetics. It's about being capable. It's about being ready for that moment when life, inevitably asks more of you than you thought you could give. Yeah, this quote right here, this is everything. Strength grows where comfort ends. It's such a simple idea, but it's profound. Running from discomfort actually makes you weaker over time. But intentionally, purposefully walking towards it, that's what builds you up. But that kind of begs the question, how do you actually choose difficulty in a practical way? It's actually a pretty simple 3-step process. First, just identify what you're avoiding. What are you putting off? Maybe it's that tough conversation, that project you don't want to start, or hey, even something as simple as taking a cold shower. Step 2, intentionally do that hard thing. Don't wait. And 3, embrace the resistance. That feeling of, I don't want to do this, lean into it. Every time you do this, you're proving to your own brain that you can in fact handle hard things, and that expands your capacity for everything else. This might be the most important habit of them all, integrity. It's not for an audience, it's not about what people see, it's about what you do when nobody is watching. It all comes down to this. When you say you're going to do something, especially when you promise yourself, you follow through. That's the bedrock of real self-respect. And I love this visual because it just nails the stakes, right? Think of your self-belief, your identity, as this solid block of stone. Every single time you keep your word to yourself, you're making it stronger, more solid. But every time you break it, you say you'll wake up early, but you don't. You say you'll work out, but you skip it. You're chipping a little piece away. And those small chips, man, they add up over time, eroding the very foundation of who you believe you are. Okay, next section, guarding your mind. Because what you feed your mind absolutely shapes you. All right, we've talked a lot about physical actions. Let's switch gears and get into the internal game. The habits that protect and strengthen your mind, they are just as crucial, if not more so, than the ones that build your body. It's just like your physical diet, right? You wouldn't eat junk food all day long and expect to feel great and be healthy.
So why would you do that to your mind? You can't just consume a constant stream of mental junk, gossip, fear-mongering, endless distractions, and expect to be mentally strong. What you watch, who you listen to, the conversations you join, they're all shaping you. The habit here is to become a ruthless but necessary filter for your own mind. Actively choose to feed it what makes you stronger, not what leaves you weaker. This is such a critical idea. Your voice, your ability to speak clearly, to say what you actually mean with intention, it's a form of strength. It's a tool. And it's not about being the loudest person in the room. Far from it. And it's definitely not something you're just born with. It is a skill you can train, a weapon you can sharpen over time. So at the end of the day, this practice of facing yourself, it's non-negotiable for growth. And look, this isn't about beating yourself up. It's just about an honest assessment, an honest check-in. Asking these 3 simple questions forces you to acknowledge your wins, own where you could have done better, and then, most importantly, correct your course for tomorrow. This simple daily reflection is how you stay aligned and build strength day after day. So this brings us to our final section, the creator's mandate, the ultimate expression of strength. Where does all of this lead? Waking up with intention, choosing difficulty, guarding your mind. What does it all build up to? Well, it all builds to this one final, powerful idea that ties everything together. And this, right here, this is the fundamental choice you make, maybe hundreds of times every single day. Are you primarily a consumer, just passively scrolling through and reacting to what other people are creating and doing with their lives? Or are you an active creator, intentionally building the life and the vision that you want for yourself? Shifting from a default of consumption to a default of creation. That one change in perspective is everything. It's the difference between letting life happen to you and making your life happen. And listen, creation isn't just for artists or writers, not at all. Every single habit we've talked about is an act of creation. You are building your body through training. You're building a business or a side project. You're building a new skill. And most importantly, you are building a vision for your future. You are the architect. And that's really the ultimate takeaway. True, lasting strength isn't just found in resisting negative things or being tough. It's found in actively building positive things. It's the ultimate expression of purpose. It's the application of all these habits combined into one driving force. All of these habits, every one of these small, daily choices, they're just the tools. They're the building blocks. So the only real question left is the one you see right here on the screen. So what will you build today?